Most people who say they hate society don't actually hate society. They say the system's rigged, it's broken, the dating market's absolute crap, men have it harder. And don't get me wrong, parts of that are true, absolutely. But you have to ask yourself this question: how come there are still people thriving inside this so-called broken society? Or why are there still people building physiques, businesses, having insane leverage over everything they do in life? It's because society isn't a wall, it's a simple filter. And most of the hatred that people have towards the world, the system, is all just a resentment. They wish they could be a part of the successful group. It's easier to say, oh, the game is corrupt, or the system's broken, it's meant to make me fail, compared to just saying, yeah, I'm just not working hard enough, or I'm not doing what it takes to actually be successful in this so-called system. It's easier to say relationships are doomed than to say, yeah, I'm just not someone worth choosing. When you feel behind in life, it's a natural instinct of your ego to find something to blame it on, right? If you don't do anything significant in this life, yeah, it's easy to say, yeah, okay, it's because of this or that, or, you know, so-called something. And it's just one big excuse that you give yourself and that everyone's given themselves at some point, than to just, you know, say, I'm a failure, right? It's easier to say these excuses. Most of the time when you see someone win on social media, or you get that hatred feeling of yourself when you're doom scrolling in bed at night, it's not because you think you're gonna fail, but rather that you know you could win, but you're not doing what it takes in order for you to win. That's why you don't like your life. That's why you aren't successful. That's why you aren't doing the things you really want to do. That's why you're not free in this economy. It's because you know you could achieve something, but you're so constantly provided with this information that tells you you're a failure, tells you and always is constantly reminding you that you're doing nothing significant with your life. So of course you're going to be depressed. So ask yourself, what can I do to actually achieve something? Or what is the next step? Don't rush the process. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Focus on taking small pieces, stacking them up, right? It's better than nothing. Most of these people are in this world are fucking losers. And if you're gonna waste your time always blaming other people, you're gonna be one of them. And at the end of the day, you are the only person you can control. That feeling of not building your favorite physique, not making the amount of money you wanna make, or not doing the things you wanna do, it's not because, like I said, you can't do them. You can. It's just because you don't know how. And as well as you just don't want it bad enough. If you really hated your physique, you'd get rid of it, or you'd start working towards it. You clearly don't want it bad enough. And there's a large contingent of people in this world who just don't want it bad enough. And you can't worry about what other people think. You can't worry about, oh, whether or not it's actually valuable towards you, because you know deep down and innately that it is. Like, it is just so easy in this world to blame other people, to blame the system, to blame all these bullshit things, and rather than to just blame yourself. Me, something I've learned that is extremely valuable is I am the only one who can control my life, like I said, and so I blame everything that happens to me. If I go outside and I get wet because of the rain, I don't blame the rain, I blame myself for not bringing an umbrella and thinking ahead and not checking the weather forecast, right? If something crazy happens to me, it's so easy to say, oh, it's this, it's that, that's what caused it, than to just blame myself. But that's what I've been doing, and that's why I am successful in the realms that I'm successful in. I've achieved some sort of success at a young age, and it's because I don't take these bullshit answers for an excuse. I don't give excuses. Nobody is coming to save me. You could sit around and say, oh, these popular kids at your high school or your college, they're the reason they're successful is just because they're popular, or your life isn't where you want to be because you grew up in the wrong time, your parents didn't give you any handouts. But at the end of the day, you have to take your life into control with your own hands. Stop forcing these other opinions and excuses onto yourself just because social media tells you to do so. That's all a bunch of bullshit, and you have to realize you are the only one who can make your life better. So with all that being said, I hope you learned something from this video, and if there's anything you can take away, let it be that society isn't the problem. People who walk around the city, or so-called social media influencers, are not the problem why you're not successful. That's not the reason. The reason you're not successful in the ways you want to be is because you don't know how to stop giving yourself excuses. Once you can learn how to do that, I promise you, your life will be 10 times better. Actually, 100 times better. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to click subscribe. Check out my business channel. I'll leave the link right here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it.